It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. Men in general judge more by the sense of sight than by the sense of touch, because everyone can see but few can test by feeling. There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of your enemy. Alexander never did what he said. Cesare never said what he did. Princes and governments are far more dangerous than other elements within society. It is a common fault not to anticipate storms when the sea is calm. An unavoidable war is called justice. When brutality is the only option left, it is holy. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. There is no other way to guard yourself against flattery than by making men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you. Never was anything great achieved without danger. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. If an injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. A prince must not have any other object nor any other thought but war, its institutions, and its discipline, because that is the only art befitting one who commands. Never do an enemy a small injury. Nature creates few men brave. Industry and training makes many. The new ruler must determine all the injuries that he will need to inflict. He must inflict them once and for all. He who is highly esteemed is not easily conspired against. The best fortress which a prince can possess is the affection of his people. A prince is also esteemed when he is a true friend and a true enemy. The first way to lose a state is to neglect the art of war. The first way to gain a state is to be skilled in the art of war. There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others. That defense alone is effectual, sure, and durable, which depends upon yourself and your own valor. A prince should esteem the great, but must not make himself odious to the people. The Prince is one of the earlier works of political philosophy, and the book gives a clear picture of the uses and limits of power. Read along to find some critical quotes from the Prince. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experiences what you really are. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. Everyone sees what you seem to be. Few know what you really are, and those few do not dare take a stand against the general opinion. There is no other way to guard yourself against flattery than by making men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you. Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. There is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more perilous to conduct, or more uncertain in its success than to take the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. There are three kinds of intelligence. One kind understands things for itself. The other appreciates what others can understand. The third understands neither for itself nor through others. This first kind is excellent, the second good, and the third kind useless. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Hatred is gained as much by good works as by evil. When you disarm the people, you commence to offend them, and show that you distrust them either through cowardice or lack of confidence, and both of these opinions generate hatred. The main foundations of every state, new states as well as ancient or composite ones, are good laws and good arms. You cannot have good laws without good arms, and where there are good arms, good laws inevitably follow.